celebrate all it is, which is unstoppable hair and friendships. So I'm going to introduce our panellists. So, first up, our first panellist has made it her mission to help the next generation of young women navigate life with confidence, self-belief, and a strong sense of self. As the founder of Dear Little Sister and True House Publishing, she's a woman of all trades. She has built a supportive community through coming-of-age novels, journals, educational resources, and inspiring school talks. Known to many as the internet's online big sister, she is empowering young women to embrace who they are and also who they are becoming. So please give a massive round of applause for Téja Renée! Didn't you be nervous? Our next panellist has built a trusted voice for the beauty space by combining expert knowledge with genuine passion for educating others. Known to many as Melanin Michie, she has created a thriving community through her beauty, hair, and fashion content. Hello, there you go. Helping many people stay informed through choices through their science-backed insights into products, ingredients, and routines. Beyond beauty, she is also the founder of Netball Noir, a growing community that brings Black women and non-binary people together through sport, connection, and shared experiences. So please give some love for Melanin Michie. And last but certainly not least, our final panelist believes that hair is so much more than a style. It is identity, culture, and confidence. As a braider, barber, loctician, and textured hairstylist, she truly does it all, and the founder of Shan Styling, she has built a thriving business within the textured hair space and engaged an online community by championing authenticity, creativity, and self-expression. Her incredible work has earned her the trust of some of the world's favourite names. I'll give you a few. Damsinatress. Janet Jackson, Cretin Conan, Brent Fires. So many people can say she kind of has our dream job. So please give a massive round of applause for Shan Styling. She is that girl. Okay, I'm going to swap my cue cards, 1 second. Hey everyone. Hello. Hi. Okay, I'm going to take my blazer off because I'm roasting in here. Okie dokie. So, let's start the question for all three of you first. When you hear the words unstoppable hair, what does that mean to you personally? Let's start with you, Téja.
I think unstoppable hair just means expressing ourselves through hair without any limits, just doing whatever we want.
I love that. You, Michele?
Yeah, like it's just the definition of Afro hair. 1 week you can do braid, you can do an Afro, you can do weave, just creativity with no boundaries.
And kind of piggybacking off what Téja said, just means you can do what you want with your hair. It doesn't matter what office you walk in, what room you walk in, your hair is your identity. So not being scared of like whatever you want to do with your hair ultimately.
Definitely. So now it's time to get those Afro combs involved. So obviously, as I said, you've got one with pink, one side with red. So I'm going to give you two options, and all you need to do is lift it up and show the colour that best represents your answer to the question. So we're going to try and test them out. So show me the pink side of your comb if you feel confident doing your own hair, or the red side if you're still learning and would rather leave it to the professionals. Okay, a lot of people love the professionals. Shan, you've got a few clients in the room, I think. There you go. Okay, next question. Show me pink if you're the person your friends call when they have a hair emergency, or red if you're usually the one making that call. Come on. I see a bit of red, a bit of cheeky reds. You should be guilty. It's okay, it's okay. We've got a few emergency contacts in the room, which is good to know as well. Very good to know. And finally, show me pink if a friend or family member has introduced you to one of your favourite hairstyles, products, or techniques, or red if you discovered it through social media. Could be a bit of both, maybe. Okay, kind of a mixture around the room. All right, okay. So obviously this is exactly where our friendships are going to work hand in hand, and you can see who's like-minded in the room as well. And there is so much more that we need to learn about each other. So we're going to go back to our lovely panellists here. Hair can create such powerful connections. So how have friendship and community shaped you guys throughout your own hair journey? Anyone can take the floor.
Hello? Oh yeah. Hi guys. I mean, our hair is our crown, and I feel like some of the best conversations happen in the salon, happen when our friends are helping us take our hair out. So yeah, it's just a crazy bonding experience, I would say. And I have, some of the deepest conversations with my friends when we're doing our hair together.
I will touch on the fact that I'm mixed race, so white and Caribbean, and growing up, I had to initially reach out to friends when it came to hair because my mum didn't have hair like me, so I had to use my community as a space to kind of figure out what to do with my hair initially as a child. So yeah.
I feel like when it comes to hair and friendships, a lot of the time we can get a lot of advice for things from people that we're close to, and I guess you will trust those that you already trust, especially when it comes to our hair. It's something very important to us. So I think getting advice from people who you already have a lot of trust in helps.
It's a very vulnerable space to be in when you're getting your hair done, because wherever you go to, you put your full trust in them and you pray nothing goes wrong. So it's definitely a vulnerable space to be in, definitely. But we all trust Shan here. I'll trust Shan. 100%. So we're going to bring the combs back in actually. So if you can lift yours up. Show me pink if your first hair influence was your mum, sister, or another family member. And red if it was a friend, stylist, celebrity, or content creator. So pink for family, red for anything else external. Okay, nice. Okay, I think some of you are quite protective about your product cupboard. But a lot changes as you do get older, and I think, especially for me, I think the longest my hair's been since I was probably like 8 years old. But my hair product and the things I use have changed drastically over the years. So you kind of begin to make your own decisions as you start doing your hair, spend your own money, learning what to do with it. So when did you guys first taking full ownership of your hair routine? Start from a young age, or is it more of a recent thing that you're kind of going to discover?
So Alicia Keys was my, I used to always want Alicia Keys styles, beads, braids. So to be fair, I didn't really do my own hair until I was probably like 15, when my mum would let me. And at that point I had no idea what I was doing. So I'll probably say like 17, 18 was when I really started to kind of like learn what to do with my hair, which wasn't much, but you know.
Yeah, I think I started when I got into college, so about 15, 16, and I didn't know how to take care of my hair. I just knew what style I wanted, and just knew I was going to put as much gel in my hair as possible to achieve the style that I wanted, but I had no sense of like hair health or anything at that age.
Yeah, I started quite young as well, so I did the big chop when I was like 14, 15.
Hey.
And then, being broke teaches you how to be creative and resourceful. So at uni, I was always the person to be doing different styles with my hair because I still wanted to look cute, you know, but I had to do it myself, so yeah.
And when you were first learning to do your hair, did you guys have any bad hair stories of learning to do it?
I feel like everyone has.
Everyone does. We're all in the same boat. Does anyone want to share one if you want to?
I think the period of me doing my hair myself was when I probably lost the most hair, and I think that was just through like the wrong products, using the wrong tools. I was like a drag out my hair if it gets into the slip on type of vibe. Like I just didn't care, and I think that was the time when I just lost the most hair.
I would say the baby hair era of slicking on the forehead and the spots you would get. So yeah, fine.
A random one just comes to my mind actually. Do you guys know Justine Skye?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was an era where she had purple hair. So I went to the hair salon and I was a broke student, I didn't have a lot of money and I asked for purple highlights. Why did I leave the salon with red hair? And then but luckily I was able to cover it up because it was bleach. Like as soon as the red washed out, I then put, I think it's called Panic, like this like semi-permanent dye. But yeah, that was, I had to go, I think I traveled like an hour and a half to go and get my hair done and then I had to go home with a red afro, but yeah.
I'm there with you. I feel the pain already. I'll share one of mine. I think I was doing this same hairstyle, but I was using like basically the wrong brush for it. So I was going through it trying to brush like slip this part of it down, and I kind of twisted my hair the wrong way, and this comb literally got stuck to my hair around here. So this also had to go to an event, mind you, so I was already running late. So I'm literally like, okay, how am I gonna get the comb out of my hair? Trying to get it out. It goes upwards, so it's not even coming out, it's going higher into the hair, getting more tangled, and I had to go, so I ended up having to literally cut it out my hair. So I had a curl that was literally like that short, a little baby swoop. So I was trying to hide it. It's grown out now.
I mean, luckily the like baby swoop like style like front is actually in at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
if it was
ahead of my time maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe perhaps, but we've definitely all been there. How did you guys learn to tell the difference between a trend and something that was actually right for your hair, would you say?
I think sometimes when I used to see trends, I used to take out of my mind that we all have different hair types, and sometimes your hair's not going to turn out exactly the same way. So I always used to think I was doing something wrong, but really everyone's hair reacts in different ways and stuff like that. So I think when it came to trends, I think I learned very quickly, like, okay, my hair maybe can't do this, but it might be able to do something else, and that's okay.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. Anyone else?
I would say trial and error, which is probably not the best advice, but
No, it is good advice. You need to try it, yeah.
Yeah, I think picking back off what Téja said, you kind of figure out with time what works for your hair, and then also like hair porosity, hair density, like how thick the actual strands are will depend on like what ingredients work better for you. But yeah, no, you have to go through the hard part first before you get to the other
It's
side.
kind of an event. You need to go through it to find the good at the end. Yeah.
And I don't really follow much trends when it came to hair. It was the baby hairs definitely, and like slick back vibes. That was my thing when I was younger, or braids, because like I said, when I was quite young, my hair was froze. For a very long time, because my mom was like, I'm not dealing with it. Plus, I have like so many siblings, so we all had different hair textures. So it was like, put them in braids and then leave it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you're kind of the trendsetter now in its own way.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't need to follow the trends because you're actually creating them. It's really interesting to hear like how you said obviously your mum wanted to just get the cameras on, the braids on and just leave it as it was. But I guess a lot of our kind of hair, our early hair education and awareness comes from what you see in your own bathroom, what kind of hair products are already around you. So what kind of things did you kind of see in your own bathroom? Were you always particular about like what products you wanted to use? How did that kind of evolution grow?
We had a statement, the pink hair moisturizer, and and Blue Magic. That was it.
That was it. One or two. There you go.
Literally same.
I remember we had like a period where there'd be loads of products, and then it seemed like overnight there was a bit of a switch where like my mom started making all like natural things. We just had like just straight shea butter and stuff. So we had like a little transition where I think the whole house went through it, like, we're gonna look after our hair now. We're gonna stop doing this.
I love that. Because that's like it should be like, almost like a family kind of commitment in a sense, isn't it? Because obviously it's already around you, so you don't know any different until you go online or speak to a friend. It's like, you know, that's actually breaking your head. It's like, oh, thank you for letting me know that. What advice would you give to someone who's still trying to understand their hair texture? Where should they look? Who should they ask? How should they navigate it? And also, I guess, emotionally, how do you navigate something like that?
The first piece of advice I would give is get a healthy haircut. It doesn't matter what length the hair is. If you have a fresh cut, the style is going to look better, okay? And just detangling, like all that kind of stuff is just going to be way, way, way easier. And then try and find like a hair professional that actually has qualifications. A lot of stylists, like there's a lot of stylists that don't actually know how to do natural hair. So if you're not sure, ask before you sit in the chair. You're a paying customer, so do your research first.
Great answer.
I would say social media, to TikTok, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Or Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat, exactly. Yeah. Every social media app, like you can find people sharing their experiences, and you can find different hair textures, literally. And then, I would just say practice, like, because that was me. I used to practice on my doll heads and just figuring out styles. And my siblings, I'd force them to let me do their hair.
Did you have the Barbie doll head?
I used to have my scene one with hands. I probably had every single one. I used to beg. That was my favourite toy. Obviously,
Makes sense now.
Paid off in
right, literally. Literally. But yeah, just like practicing on people, real life people with different textures. And yeah, social media.
Yeah, Yeah, I was gonna just say the same thing as Shan. Really, I feel like we're in the best time to get information. We're all on our phones so much, and there's so many resources to find people with your exact hair type. I don't feel like we all had that. Like when I was younger, when I was doing my hair, I don't feel like I could find someone with my exact hair type. But now you can literally find so many people. I think we're in the best time to get help and knowledge on our hair.
Definitely. I also agree with everything you guys have said. Like, I think when I was first getting like a normal curly cut, I think growing up my mum kind of like trimmed my hair as I went along, but I only like a couple of years back started to actually go to a proper curly hair salon and get it curl by curl basically cut so I could have the right shape that I needed and obviously make it healthy. And a little life hack for those who don't know, apparently you're meant to shampoo twice. So, I mean, maybe I'm the only person who was today years old when I found that out, but you're meant to use like a clarifying shampoo and then a moisturising shampoo. And basically when the lady was like washing my hair, she was like, you kind of have a lot of build up, like what do you shampoo your hair with? And I was like, what is this and this? She's like, where's the second shampoo? I was like, I don't know. So it is all about the learning curve, and obviously feel free to ask questions as well. Don't feel like you're the only person who's experiencing it because we're all going through it at the same time. We're going to go back to the combs. So, show me pink if you usually research a product before spending your money, or red if sometimes the packaging is enough to convince you. Okay, see a lot of pinks. Some reds are easily maybe impulsive with the spending a little bit. You like the packaging? Okay, love that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with still experiencing and figuring out your hair and how it works, because every hair journey is obviously very different. And obviously, as you were saying, you discover a lot about hair through social media. Obviously, Snapchat is a big one of them, and other platforms, but not every routine and product recommendation, as we've kind of touched on, is going to be helpful to you specifically, and isn't going to work for everyone. So, I mean, I guess we've kind of touched on it, but in your own way, how would you say young women should look out for, or what should they look out for when choosing what products to use for their hair?
I would say other people's reviews, so like get first-hand experience from those that have used the products and recommendations.
I would say understanding your hair and then base your products on that as well, because for example, I know my hair gets dry very quickly, so I know, okay, I need more hydrating products. So I think like understanding your actual hair is a lot more helpful.
I second everything they said.
Love that. Also going to go back to the combs again. So, show me the pink side if social media has helped you discover a product that you love, or the red side if you are convinced to buy something that Red side if it convinced you to buy something that actually didn't work. So, pink if social media has been good, or red if you just haven't had a great recommendation, great review. Okay. It's a bit of both, isn't it? You need to be careful now, especially with AI. Like you're watching a hair video and it ain't even real. Like there's no hair. There's literally no hair. It's all pixels. Very scary. Very scary. So I need to trust the panellists here. Real people, real events. You know, need to be in person sometimes. Yeah. I knew we weren't the only ones. Another one. Show me pink if you check the reviews and ingredients before buying a product, or red if you're the one convincing Snapchat. That's all it takes. Okay, pink. You guys consider the products you get. Okay, that's good. Bit of red. It's okay. It's alright. You can apparently hold up your red comb. That's all good. Creme of Nature has been helping people care for and celebrate textured hair since the brand obviously began back in Chicago. And today, now with Kiki Palmer being their chief brand officer, the message is all about helping people to be ready to take on anything. So I'd love to ask each of you, how important is it for young people or young women to feel represented by the brand's campaigns and people they see within the beauty space?
I mean, I think for me personally, this is super important, and it's pretty much what my personal brand is. So on my page, if you go on it, it says Black Girl Joy. I literally have created my platform based on the media that I always wanted to see growing up, and didn't have. So, sorry, could you repeat the question?
Of course. How important is it for young women to feel represented by the brand's campaigns and people they see within the beauty space?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much you can say about this really, but if we want to look at it from a consumer standpoint, the Black British pounds in terms of spending in beauty is like what, 3 or 4 times higher than our white counterparts. So if brands want us to spend money with them, then we should see ourselves in the campaign. That's very simple. I'll leave it at that, but there's so much to say.
Yeah. Absolutely, everything you said. Yeah, 100%.
I think it's so important because, like you said, I feel like Beyonce's Brown Skin Girl, that song and video, like I'm sure that did so much for the young black girl, brown girl, that could just see themselves in a video and then being presented in a certain way. Growing up, especially obviously I'm a bit older than some of you guys in here, in the 90s, like everyone used to get their hair perm, and like that wasn't, like obviously that was a norm at that time, but that wasn't, like you would see unnatural styles, right? And like, my hair was curly. My mom would have my hair once, and my hair fell out. But other than that, my hair was curly, so I still didn't get to see my hair on a person that looked like me. So like I said, I was inspired by people like Alicia Keys and so on and so forth, but that was more of that braids and stuff. But yeah, I feel like just seeing yourself probably as an adult, as a peer, but sorry, I don't know what my brain just went blank. But yeah, you know my point.
I do understand exactly what you're talking about. 100% agree with everything you guys have said. Obviously, brand representation is literally the bare minimum. It's not even just in hair, it's in the skincare, like the skincare ranges, the foundation color ranges, like it's in everything. Obviously, it's like, why would I buy your product if I can't even visualize myself in it 100%?
And thank God for social media, because like, we can talk about hair, we can talk about beauty, makeup, but people are actually speaking out about it now, where social media didn't exist before, so we just had to kind of tolerate what was available. So yeah, shout out to Snapchat.
Big shout out to Snapchat, big shout out to George Michael. There you go. Yeah, obviously 100% agree with what you've all said. We've spoken a lot about products, routines and styles. Obviously confidence, I think, is really at the heart of hair and everything that represents it. So when does your hair make you feel like you're ready to take on anything? Is it a certain style? Is it a good hair day? Is it maybe the prep before you style your hair?
Honestly, for me, like, I like to romanticize my wash days anyway, so I'm the kind of person to put scents on, have my little speaker, and put the lights down low in the bathroom. On a good day, obviously, if I'm in a rush, that doesn't happen. But no, my favorite style, honestly, is just straight backs, like natural facelift, fresh tan. Like, no one can chat to me. Top of the world, on style, literally, period.
I think, okay, I don't know if anyone else does, but I dread wash days every time. I can't stand washing my hair. I don't mind if someone else does it, but like me doing it, it's like an arm workout. I just can't, I actually just can't be bothered. But you see, like once I've done it, like once I've completed it, once I've like detangled and it's all, and I've blow dried it, like then when I look in the mirror and it's finished, whew, I feel that's
Still worth it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Every minute, every hour.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess for me, I like when someone else takes over. Like, I'll go to my hairstylist, my eyes are closed, I'm like, just do what you need to do. So yeah, me probably being hands off is my like ideal.
A lot of trust there, definitely.
What about you?
What about me? I don't know. I guess I think I try and like, well, with me, like obviously I love fashion, so I think I kind of either plan my hair around my outfit or my outfit around my hair. So if they just perfectly align, I'm like, it's a good day. It's like nobody can chat to me.
Like today.
Like today. Hey! I need to wash my hair soon though, definitely. What makes you feel most confident in your hair? It's a very varied question.
When it's long, I think.
Let's
Oh,
unpack
it's really
that.
long. I don't know, maybe that was like the little girl in me, you know, tie your towel around your head. The hair's on your back. I think, yeah, anything that's long for me is like, yeah, a long ponytail, braids.
I think mine is like the shift between caring about like the health of your hair. I feel like that's different now. So like if I go to get my hair done now and there's any like split ends, like when I was younger, I probably would have been like, oh no, don't cut it because it's long. Whereas now I'm like, I'll get rid. It will grow back and it will grow back healthier. So I think like caring more about health makes me a bit more confident in it because I'm like, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I really agree with that as well. Yeah.
It's interesting because I think maybe some brands, or I guess the hair industry in itself, is a bit to blame, but it's really, especially with Afro hair, this kind of, I guess, obsession with the length being the most important factor of it, and actually health is way more important. When did you guys begin to have that shift of like, actually, my health is much more important than just doing anything to manipulate the way it looks?
I think it's to do with what we were talking about, representation, because when we were growing up, like all we'd see is any black woman we'd see had like long hair down to their back, and that wasn't representative of us as like young black girls. Like, you know, I used to have like little bubbles in my hair, whereas I'm seeing like Beyonce and her hair's blonde and down to, do you know what I mean? It's not a clear representation. So I think what you see is what you expect. And so I think as time's gone on, as you said, like social media, you see women with all different types of hair. And I think that helps you to feel like, oh, that's fine, like it is okay. Because even like within your household, like you were saying, you all had different hair types. That's like me as well. Like in my house, me and all my sisters have different hair types, and that was normal in the house. But it's like you leave the house, and it's like, oh, all black women have long straight hair. Does this make sense? You know?
Anyone else want to add?
I think for me, like I'm in my intro, I'm a science babe. I like science, and I think understanding like the psychology of hair helped me to be more confident. What I mean by this is, if one day you've got purple braids, this beautiful girl in front of us, right? And then the next
Oh,
day,
it looks really nice.
period.
A little show off. Oh,
It's giving Justine Sky too.
I was like,
I saw it. Yeah, if you have purple braids one day and then you have like a black afro another day, and then you have a bust down blonde wig another week, it's gonna take time to adjust. Like, and that's fine. That's okay. That's normal. So like, there was a period of time, maybe a couple years ago, where I did braids back to back, and when I would have my natural hair out, I just wouldn't know what to do with it, and so I just put it back into braids, but realizing, no, I actually need to do a little bit of exposure therapy, just see my face, see myself, and embrace what's coming out of my scalp, like the way that God's made me. It's a very natural, normal psychological process. Yeah, so I think exposure therapy for me is the way that I be confident in my hair. Also, I get the most compliments with my natural hair, so not that matters, but
it's nice. It's nice. You, Shan?
What was the question again?
What was the question? Maybe remind myself as well. What makes you feel most confident in your hair?
Back to what Téja said. Definitely, health is more important. But I think I'm a little bit stuck in that whole length thing. For me, I don't know, I usually, on a day-to-day basis, little bun. So when I do take out my hair, or when I do have a style that is long, that's my confidence, I guess. But I guess it's coming from somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm also biracial, so I think growing up, I was trying to, I guess, navigate what kind of hair I actually wanted, because I didn't really see like any mixed girls kind of in my view. Like Zendaya was the only person that I could like relate to that kind of had a similar hairstyle. When I watched her on Casey Undercover, it was kind of like really long, like beachy waves. I was like, oh, okay, like yeah. But interestingly now that my hair is, I think the longest it's obviously been, I'm kind of like over it. I'm like, there's no like shape to my hair, like it's very unpredictable. So now I can't wait for my haircut, and I never thought I would say something like that before. So it's a continuous like learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, as a biracial person, I think there is a misconception as well of a hair type for biracial people. Like I feel like I said, all my siblings, we had a spectrum of hair. Like my hair was more of the afro texture, whereas I have a little sister who has just like you. So even understanding that my hair might be different, but it's also still healthy, or it's still like just as beautiful as hers was. But yeah, that is also something I feel like people don't think much about. Like they think mixed shade hair is one thing, and it's not.
Definitely. You gonna say something, Michele?
like to group us, but we're so unique. I was gonna ask what you're gonna do with your hair next. Like, what do you think?
Oh, I mean, definitely get it cut. I don't know how much because, I mean, obviously when it's curly, you can't tell that like the ends are a bit dead, but they're dead. So they're gonna have to cut off a little bit, like quite a bit, I don't know. Definitely a lot more shape. But I've really been like, I've never really dyed my hair. I think I've like maybe temporarily dyed my hair red when I was like in college. But I really want to go like copper.
I've been
That would
saying that,
suit you.
but I don't my face.
But I'm scared because everyone's like, that's gonna ruin your hair. And I'm like, that's the only thing I've got. You know? So I don't know. But I do think I just want like, and your colour and your hair too, you know?
Do it. And also one thing that I recently coloured the whole of my hair. My braids are in right now, but it's the same colour as my natural hair, the same colour as braids. I got my hair tinted, which is different to bleach, and it hasn't messed up the integrity of my curls at all. So look into that.
Oh,
Hair tint,
yeah.
but go to a professional.
Oh, 100%, definitely. Now I'm excited. I'm gonna come like a whole new girl, like Annie. That's just, don't want to be completely orange, you know what I mean? That's a bit scary. The next question I want to ask you is a little bit more sentimental, a bit more nostalgic. What would you say to your younger self about her hair? If you could speak to your younger self now about her hair, what would you say?
I'd probably say stop with the straightness. That would be my message, because I feel like I used to try and do these. I used to try and do these styles, and I used to like, especially when I like got to the age of doing my own hair. It was like very experimental, and the straightening just really ruined my hair. Even like to this day, there's some parts that just won't go back. So I just say.
Chop it all off and start again.
There's some bits where I chopped it, and there's other bits where I'm like, oh, yeah. And also another one is I'd probably say be a bit more patient when taking out your braids, because I am a person like I'll cut it because I'm just trying to get it out, and then I end up chopping my hair off. So be a bit more patient taking out the braids.
I'm the same as well. When I've got my braids, I'm like, okay, and then it's just like ripping it out, and then it just gets tangled, and it makes it a lot worse. Like everything needs to be. I think in general, we just need to slow down in life, right? Everything's really rapid. Attention spans are really like short. It's like let's just take a moment to slow down. And I think doing your hair is the perfect opportunity for that. What are you gonna say?
I would say I would have probably built more of a relationship with my hair as a child. Because like I said, I didn't really get that chance to really be like, oh, what do I want to do with my hair? And learn more about my hair texture as a child, and stay away from the perm. That's what I would tell myself.
What about you, Michele?
I used to do a lot of different styles on my hair growing up, so I would just say continue experimenting. All of the hours that you put in will pay off in dividends. Practice makes perfect. And wash your hair more. Oh my gosh, like I also have really dry hair, but I realized actually for me, the more I wash it, the more hydrated it is. So it sounds counterintuitive, but I've literally learned that very recently. So yeah.
You're just continuously learning, and obviously there's literally nothing wrong with that. And obviously when you see a really nice style on social media or on your phone or anything, you just think somebody just woke up and just knew exactly what they were doing, when actually, I mean, you know what, here's my pet peeve, right? When I watch like a hair tutorial and I'm like, oh my god, their hair is like so well behaved, it's like there's no tangles, no nothing. I don't know, comment on like someone's video or somebody literally being like, why is your hair so well behaved? And the creator's literally like, oh no, I just cut out all the clips where I'm like ripping my hair apart. And I'm like, oh, so you are doing the same thing, you're just literally not showing it. Like I understand for the aesthetics and everything, I do it sometimes as well, but like just show your hair as it actually is, because it gives people the wrong like perception, obviously. So it's just continuously learning, which is really important. We're going to go back to the audience with the codes again. So, show me pink if your hair is one of the main ways that you express your personality, or red if your clothes, makeup, or personal style speaks to you a bit louder. Okay. So pink for hair, red for more fashion. I think it's definitely always a mix, isn't it? They work hand in hand as well. I also think it's quite scary when you make your hair a big, like, not a big part of your identity, but like your identity in itself. I think that was me for a while. I was like, don't know, people identify me as if I have my hair out. And then I was always having my hair out because I was scared to slick it back or not look like myself. But now I'm like, oh, my hair out's only when I can literally be asked to do it, like literally. But it's all kind of, yeah, again, the psychology behind where you style your hair and like really unpacking that. Once again, with the combs, show me pink if your friends encourage you to try new things, or red if you're usually the friend encouraging everybody else. Okay. Red, what kind of hairstyles, what are you recommending to your friends? Give us some recommendations. Yeah? Add more colour. We just see the vision for our friends, don't we? Yeah, definitely. Okay, now we're going to do some quick fire questions. So, obviously don't overthink this and just give me your first answer that shows up. I'll go to you name by name and give you the question. All right, Téja, I'm going to start with you. Wash day alone or wash day with company?
Company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shannon, braids or twists?
Braids.
Okay. Michele, sleek style or big hair?
Big hair always.
Big hair always. Téja, salon appointment or doing it yourself at midnight?
Salon appointment.
I was going to say, I think you know your answer. You know your answer. Shan, what is one product that you never want to run out of? The time's ticking.
Shampoo.
True. I would say mine's like a leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
One of those at least.
Okay, final quick fire question. Michele, who's a friend you'd most like to save you during a hair emergency?
My friend Nat. If I need to take my hair out, she'll change her hands for me. She's a good friend.
It's all about friendship, guys. It's a bit emotional. It really is. It really is. I'm also going to go to you guys to ask the same quick fire questions. So show me pink for braids and red for twists. Pink for braids, red for twists. Okay, got a lot of pinks over here. Okay. Show me pink for sleek hair and red for big hair. Okay. Just depends on the occasion, doesn't it? And finally, show me pink for the salon appointment or red if you're doing it yourself at midnight. Yeah, pink. I mean, why else is the salon there? You want to relax sometimes. 100% agree with everything you guys have said. Okay. Finally, to close off, I'd love all of you to complete this sentence. I feel unstoppable when. I'll go to you first, Téja. I feel unstoppable when.
I feel unstoppable when I feel supported by other women.
You're making us all cry. Michele?
Can you come back to me?
We need some thinking time. We can go to the audience if anyone has any finishing to the sentence. I feel unstoppable when.
I feel unstoppable when I can be in my rawest, most organic state and still feel teachable.
I love that.
I feel unstoppable when I'm kind of helping someone else discover their hair journey and supporting them through that.
We need you, Shan. I love all of these answers. Oh my gosh, I want this all like on a mug so I can read it in the morning. Like, I feel unstoppable when.
Affirmations every day.
Exactly, affirmations. It's all about affirmations and how you speak to your hair, quite literally. And now I'm going to go to one final question to you guys, the audience. So show me the pink side if today has inspired you to try something new with your hair. And show me the red side if it's reminded you to keep embracing what already makes you feel confident. Any answer's good. A bit of both? We have a bit of both. Okay, thank you all so much. Can we give the panellists a massive round of applause?
Yes.
And me? Thank you so much. Okay, so this was great, but the afternoon isn't over yet because the fun isn't over yet. So I'm going to pass it over to the amazing Naomi.
Thank you so much, Vanessa, and thank you to our panelists. I did want to give a chance to let our audience ask any questions. If you have anything, please feel free to ask our lovely panelists. Anyone right now?
and Grace. I kind of wanted to ask a question about, I think we've mentioned a lot about understanding our hair, but what are the different kind of things that we can look at to understand our hair? You mentioned that maybe your hair's a bit dry, so you tend to go to maybe products that tailor towards that, but what are the other steps that we can look towards to know that we are buying the correct products for our hair?
Can I start? I would definitely say hair porosity. Some people think it's not real. I don't know what the consensus is.
Nothing's real.
I personally have very low porosity hair, so no one can deny me of my okay. And so I find for me lighter products actually work a lot better in my hair and keeping my hair hydrated throughout the week. So like actually if I have braids in, I'll spritz it with a light leave-in conditioner, stuff like that. Also, I mean this is just off the top of my head, just like things I picked up. Do you have a dry scalp? Do you have an oily scalp? That will also dictate kind of like how you care for your hair as well. I think I mentioned also like the thickness of your hair. Maybe do an experiment, like pluck out one of your hairs and then pluck out one of your friend's hairs and actually like stretch it out and see, like, is the thickness the same as yours thinner? Because this is also going to dictate, even like when you silk press your hair, if you've got a thicker hair strand, the way that the silk press is going to lay is going to look completely different to someone who has a really fine hair strand. So like all of these nuances, all of these differences, but honestly Google's your best friend. So, and Snapchat and TikTok.
I was gonna say, just remembering to be gentle with our hair. Our hair doesn't have to hurt while we're doing our hair. You don't have to pull and drag, and hair doesn't have to, like, that's not a part of our hair. That's just us not being gentle enough. We can still do our hair, we can take our time, come from the bottom and work your way up. Like, we don't have to drag, that's what I would say.
I would say, kind of piggybacking on what you said, patience. Just allowing yourself the time to even figure it out, because how do you know if your hair's dry? How do you know if your hair's oily? I think I struggled with that, like even just figuring out that first step. So yeah, just give yourself patience, like you said, compare like friends' hair, family's hair, and yeah, go from there.
And really, like the only way to know how your hair is to actually get into it sometimes. So like, don't get me wrong, it's so great to go to professionals and get your hair done. It's a treat and should be in the hands of professionals at times, but you're not gonna learn how to do something for yourself if you're not doing the thing. So do the thing.
I'd also add, like, obviously these are all kind of like physical things and how you protect your hair, but also like your actual mental state. I think when I have a really bad hair day, I know that something up here is obviously manifesting in the external something else going on. So I think also your like mental state kind of, I guess, impacts your hair. The same way that if your hair looks nice and makes you feel happy, if you feel sad, it's going to show on the outside as well. So something to consider.
Great answers, great answers. Anyone else for a question? Don't be shy, we've got some time.
I just wanted to know about the transition from obviously going from your parents washing your hair to you washing your hair yourself. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually 18 and like the washing the hair. I have like a really dry scalp, so washing my hair, I come out the shower and there's still some dandruff in my hair. It's like also having thick hair with it as well, like really getting into the roots. How do you go from someone doing it for you to doing it yourself and actually doing it properly? Like, because when you see on TikTok or Snapchat, like they'll tell you to just wash it, but like always actually washing it well.
So I would say my experience getting my hair washed as a child was totally different to my adult experience. I think that was like head over the bath, like your back's hurting, like what was that, no tears shampoo, like yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, obviously now I actually take the time, I deep condition, I do treatments, I do all of that stuff, and I never got that as a kid. It was shampoo, conditioner, and you're out. So yeah, I would say the difference is like taking care of it more, yeah, pampering.
I want to give a quick shout out to our Habibat, I think her name's Abstract on social media. She actually does some classes, and her most recent one, so previously she was doing like a braid class, but her most recent one was actually a wash day. She did it at Amma's hair salon in Tottenham, and they went through every single step of like how to do a wash day. So third spaces like this, the most rogue classes will exist online, so do a little research and get involved. But it sounds so simple, like washing your hair, but it's actually so complex, like you're saying. So just keep going.
Yeah, I'm 25 and I still sometimes ask my mom to wash my hair. So don't even worry about it. I ask my sister to do a little conveyor belt. You wash my hair, I wash yours. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I never think you're too old to get someone to help you wash your hair. So don't feel like, oh, like I'm 18 now, I need to, no.
You're just a baby girl.
Any more questions? Yeah.
Are there any ingredients that you look out for when you're shopping for new products that you may avoid, or like, oh, it has that in it, I'm definitely get it?
I would say anything with like rosemary, anything that really is good for hair growth, like I look for in products. And anything hydrating, aloe vera and stuff. But I have sensitive skin, so I have to be very careful. I'm kind of allergic to a lot of those things. But yeah, I would say for any advice for anyone else would be, look for those healthy products that are known to, make your hair better.
I don't think I have specific things that I look for, but if I read like the back of something and there's too many things I don't understand, I'm like, this can't be good for me. Like if there's like 15 different things and I'm just like, this sounds too, like, no, I just won't do it.
I was going to say, by the way, there are hair apps that you can like register, like scan your products in, and it can tell you if this product's good or not, or if they have any bad ingredients and stuff like that. But products like TreasureTress are actually, I subscribe for my little sisters, so they live in Kent and they don't really get like the chance to come here, so I have a subscription box for them. So yeah, they just trust the products that come with TreasureTress. So yeah.
I want to piggyback off that as well, because I've discovered so many good products through the TreasureTress boxes. Like, think of it as like a discovery box. My favorite one was probably like the Dew, and then they've also got like Philip Kingsley as well, which are just like more, just higher end products, better quality ingredients. So if you're not subscribed to TreasureTress, I would recommend getting the box. They also do this build your own box as well. So if you don't want to commit to the monthly thing, you can actually make your own box too and select the products, and you can like customize your routine. But lately I've been into kind of like the skinification of hair. So like focusing on scalp health. So my favorite ingredients at the moment would be urea for when I've got like more protective styles in. It is rehydrating, but also a bit exfoliating. So it just helps with like build up and clearing the scalp. What else? All the scalp.
Let's say scalp cleanser, like this clarifying cleanser, really.
Yeah.
Or like exfoliants.
Yeah, like salicylic acid as well when you've had a protective style in it too. Oh, babes, for your dandruff actually. Sorry. Like skin, think of your skin, like your skincare ingredients and what you use on your skin for different things. But if you've got like quite a lot of build up, obviously find out exactly what's causing you to be having like flakes on your scalp. But sometimes you just need to exfoliate a bit more. So like things like salicylic acid, just like any skincare ingredient that does the same thing on your skin. Your scalp is an extension, is skin too, so treat it in the same way, but obviously do research as well.
I just want to add something from the brand side. I probably shouldn't be doing this because it's not my day, but
It is your day.
thanks. Just wanted to mention, I think you've spoken a lot about learning your hair, and I think that comes before understanding what ingredients you should be looking out for, because again, Creme of Nature, all of the ranges are tailored to a specific ingredient. So, for example, pure honey. Honey is a humectant, which basically means that it helps you retain moisture. So if you have drier hair and your hair is thirsty, honey is a great ingredient. So before you want to know what product or ingredient you should be looking out for, try and understand what your hair needs. Like argan oil, again, when you look inside in your bag, you'll see what products are in there, but argan is really good for sort of shine. So if your hair is quite dull, that is a really good ingredient to look out for. But also water. Water. We shouldn't be scared of water, guys. Like water's not the enemy. We should really, like, for our hair, I think we've grown up thinking that water's not, it's not for our hair, or you want to stay away from water when it rains, or we're running away from the rain. Water's really good for us, like it's really good for our hair, and we really need to embrace that. But water, a lot of time, if you look on the back of ingredients, water should be, well, not should be, but it's the first ingredient. Usually we say alcohol, and that is a good sign because, yeah, water's great for us. So enjoy water. Thank you.
I have a question for Melanin Michie. Your hair's in braids at the moment. What's your hair routine when it's in braids? Because I know that it's really easy to neglect the length of your hair and like maybe just focus on the scalp. But what do you do to take care of the length of your hair when you're wearing braids?
Good question. So I've already touched on scalp health. This is something that I really try to prioritize when I have any style in, to be honest. But it's actually easier to access your scalp when it's all parted up. So yeah, like different serums. My personal faves at the moment, The Ordinary have a really good affordable one. I think it's to help with the hair density. But then there's also one by Philip Kingsley. I don't know if I got it. And it is an exfoliating serum, so just like after a week or 5 days, whatever. Especially if I've got, if the person put a lot of gel in my hair, then I'll go through with that. I still wash my hair in braids, which I know might not be good news for some of you. But yeah, just doing the same routine that you would do with your hair, natural hair, with braids in is very important, because especially with synthetic hair, it's plastic, so it dries your hair out as well, so you always have to take extra care. Sometimes I'll hop in the shower without a bonnet just to let the steam from the shower to get to my hair. I love a good, like, as I am, rice water, just to like hydrate. Just don't forget her when she's in braids, is what I would say.
I was going to say, I actually do braids a lot. Most of the time my hair is in braids. I do actually use the Creme of Nature Mousse. That's usually my little revamp product. Yeah,
Mousse is great.
Kill the frizz.
It's like slicking but also hydrating as well. That's the best part of the braid process, when they're done and they put the mousse on.
I was just about to say, when I do hair, obviously I do locks, braids, whatever. As soon as I do the mousse, the clients are like,
Are there any last questions? Okay, one more.
Hello, hi. Hi. Just very quickly, obviously we've spoken about like scalp and things like that. Would you recommend going to maybe like a trichologist and dermatologist as well if like there is scalp buildup, or would you just kind of do that in-house?
I would recommend it, definitely. Especially if you have, for example, like flaking or any irritation, because like you said, if that was on your arm, you're gonna go get that checked out. So don't neglect it just because it's in your hair and you can't see it.
Okay, that's all we've got time for. Thank you. Can we give a round of applause for our panelists? Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Téja. Thank you, Michele. Thank you, Shannon. One thing about TT TreasureTress, we love to give you your flowers. So to say a thank you, we've got some flowers for all of you. You've been incredible. Can we give it up for them, ladies? The fun doesn't end there. We still have some time. We want to test how well you guys have been listening. So we're going to play a little game of Kahoot. On your pick, on the Creme of Nature side, there is a QR code that should take you through to the app. I hope you've been paying attention to our lovely panelists and everything they've been advising you with. It is a game of speed and knowledge, and you have a chance to win a prize.